Match day 18, we only had 5 matches, 60% correctness, so 3 right, 2 wrong. Pretty good week for me there in match day 18 on my predictions. For the Nerdy Soccer Table, things are heating up right now. We have a 3-way draw there for first place. Sam, Nick Fortune, and Samuel22, all 3 have 24 points. Then we have in that 4th place, Let's Go Crew with 23, M. Donovan and Joey Betts tied for 5th with 22 points. And then rolling in that 7th spot, we have Jerry G with 21. If you want to get involved, QR code is on the screen. Link is in the description. We have 3 matches out there for you to predict, climb the leaderboard, see where you're at the end of the season. Yes, we only had 5 matches for match day 18, but for match day 19, that is completely different. We're pretty much back to normal, so let's jump into those match day predictions. So kicking the match day 19 off, we have a match on Thursday night, and that is NYCFC versus Atlanta United. NYCFC 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Atlanta United 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. The expected outcome in this one is a 1-1 draw there in New York, but a 47% win probability in favor of NYCFC. The last 3 times that this game has been played in New York, it has ended in a draw. The last 2, 1-1, and then that third one, 2-2. I think that could potentially happen again here, but I'm a little weary about it. Currently, NYCFC at home 6 wins and 3 losses. Atlanta have yet to win on the road yet, with 2 draws and 5 losses. NYCFC are coming off of a road draw against Nashville and then a home loss to the Houston Dynamo 3-0, so they got shut out in their last home game. Atlanta lose to the Red Bulls in their last match 2-0, but then are coming off of a victory at home 3-2 over Orlando City. With that being said, NYCFC in their last 5 home matches, 3 wins and only 2 losses, where the last 5 for Atlanta on the road is 1 draw and 4 losses. Atlanta still have not convinced me of anything. I'm still very weary of them, and I got to say that I'm going to have to go with NYCFC. Even though Atlanta's my team, I want them to win. Hopefully I am wrong in this prediction, but I think NYCFC wins this match 1-0 over Atlanta United. So that leads us into St. Louis City versus LA Galaxy. Currently, St. Louis City 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. LA Galaxy 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5. The expected outcome in this one is also a 1-1 draw, but the win probability in favor of St. Louis at 45%, and then a 30% chance of this one ending in a draw. St. Louis City not looking all that great at home. They did win their last one at home against the Earthquakes, but currently 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses there in their last 5 matches at home. The Galaxy currently all losses, coming off of the last time that they played on the road with San Diego, and they lost that match 2-1, so a lot closer than what we expected. But the Galaxy did win their last game against Real Salt Lake at home 2-0, so finally they get a win on the season. In this matchup, though, St. Louis at home, playing in St. Louis. St. Louis won the last match 2-1 against the Galaxy, and before that, they drew their other game there in St. Louis. With that being said, I don't see a high-scoring match. I think it could be a 1-0 victory either way. Like I said, the expected outcome is a 1-1 draw, but I think St. Louis is going to get the job done at home. Galaxy, yes, they are coming off of their first win of the season, and maybe I'm going to be wrong, because if they are getting all their starters back, they're going to continue to play well. I think that it's only upwards for the Galaxy from here, so I could see that expected outcome, but I'm going to go with St. Louis winning this one 1-0 over the Galaxy. Now that leads us into the Philadelphia Union versus Charlotte FC. Currently, Philadelphia 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 matches. Charlotte FC 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. The expected outcome in this one is in favor of the home side of the Philadelphia Union to win this match 2-1 over Charlotte FC with a 57% win probability in favor of the Union. The Union, in their last match, they drew with FC Dallas on the road 0-0. Charlotte beating Toronto there on the road 2-0 in their last match. Philadelphia at home, though, are looking really good with 5 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss there so far this season, coming off of a 3-3 draw with Inter Miami there at home. Charlotte, on the other hand, away, 2 wins, a draw, and 6 losses, and in their last away match, they did win that against Toronto 2-0, but before that, they were on a 4-match losing streak there on the road. The last time that these two teams played there in Philadelphia, Charlotte did win that match 2-0 over the Union, but before that, Philadelphia won both of those matches, shutting out Charlotte. So the way that this matchup is going, one team scores and the other team does not whenever they're playing in Philadelphia. And I'm going to go with that. I don't think Charlotte win on the road. I think Philadelphia are a better side. I think Philadelphia win this match 2-0 over Charlotte. Now, for me, one of the best matches of this weekend, that will be Columbus Crew versus Vancouver Whitecaps. Currently, Columbus 3 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. So not very good form for Columbus. Vancouver, though, 2 wins and 3 draws in their last 5 matches. Still drawing, still getting the results, but still not the best form for Vancouver, also in my opinion. But the expected outcome in this one is for Vancouver to go on the road and win this match 2-1, and the win probability is also pointing in the direction of Vancouver at 61%, with a 22% chance of it being a draw. Vancouver on the road this season, 4 wins, 3 draws, and no losses, where Columbus have 4 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss there at home. I don't know what to expect in this one. Vancouver are just finding ways to win. I really thought in their last match against Seattle that they were going to struggle because of missing players and injuries and international duty and even the sickness that they got from playing in the Champions Cup. They just find a way to win. That's just how it goes. Columbus Crew are coming off of a terrible loss to Inter Miami, losing that match 5-1 there in Florida. But in their last 5 matches there at home, Columbus Crew are 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. Vancouver, though, 2 wins and 3 draws in their last 5 on the road. The last time that these two teams played there in Columbus, Columbus won that match 4-0, but the time before that, Vancouver won 2-1 back in 2018, though. So you can't really throw that in there. And even that last one, the last time that they played was in 2022. With that being said, I don't think Vancouver win this one. Even though all signs are pointing to Vancouver, yes, Vancouver are a very good team. But I think Columbus are going to turn it around. They're going to give Vancouver their first loss on the road here, and they're going to win this match 2-1 there at Lower.com Field. Next up, we have the New England Revs versus FC Cincinnati. Currently, the Revs 1 win and 4 draws in their last 5 matches. FC Cincinnati a win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Not really that great a form for FC Cincinnati, in my opinion, either. The expected outcome is a 1-1 draw there for this match, but the win probability is pointing towards the Revs to come out on top at 43%, with a 29% of it ending in a draw, like the expected outcome is there. New England Revs are coming off of a victory against CF Montreal on the road 3-0, where Cincinnati are coming off of a loss to a very bad DC United team at home 2-1, which is something you don't see too much from Cincinnati, in my opinion. On the road, though, this season, Cincinnati 4 wins, a draw, and 4 losses. The Revs, they're at home 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses so far this season. The last time that these two teams played, which was last year there at New England, Cincinnati did win that match 2-1. And then the time before that, it was a 1-1 draw. I think that with this one, the form that Cincinnati are in right now, I just don't think is that great. Where the Revs, yes, they have 4 draws, but most of those were on the road. In their last 5 form, They only have one home game in in their last 5 matches, and that was against the Earthquake, and that ended up in being a 0-0 draw. So they are drawing on the road. They are a good side. But I will have to say, Cincinnati go on the road. They don't get the 3 points, but they do get a point. And I think this match does end what the expected outcome is at a 1-1 draw. Now, that leads us into Portland Timbers versus San Jose Earthquakes. Currently, the Timbers 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. San Jose Earthquakes 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. The expected outcome in this one is a 2-2 draw there at Providence Park, but a 41% win probability in favor of the Earthquakes, and then a 38% win probability in favor of the Timbers. So this is a very, very close matchup with how the season is going between these two teams. Portland, in their last game, they beat St. Louis 2-1 with a comeback victory. St. Louis went up 1-0. We watched that on a live stream. Timbers looked really good. That goal by Anthony was phenomenal. The Earthquakes, though, are coming off of a loss in their last match to St. Louis. They're in St. Louis 2-1. The Earthquakes not looking too great there on the road with 3 wins, a draw, and 4 losses so far this season. And then Portland are looking good there at Providence Park, 5 wins, 3 draws, and only 1 loss. When these two teams played last year there at Providence Park, Portland won that match 4-2 over the Earthquakes. So, and the Timber here are definitely a more dominant side in their last 5 matches against the Earthquakes there at Providence Park. 4 wins and a draw, and that the furthest one away was a draw 1-1 back in 2021. So they have the Earthquakes number when they are at home. They're looking, like I said, they're looking good at home, winning matches, not really drawing. Earthquakes, though, in their last 5 away matches, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses, so it's not terrible. With that being said, for me in this one, I went back and forth. I almost went with the expected outcome, but I really liked the way that the Timbers played, especially in the second half against St. Louis. They should be getting players back. Both teams should be getting players back from international duty, maybe even some recoveries from, injury. Yes, the Earthquakes had off last week, in that last week because there was only 5 matches. Yes, Portland did play, but I think I'm going to go with Portland there at home, and they win this match 2-1 over the Earthquakes. Next up, we have Minnesota United versus San Diego FC. Minnesota in their last 5, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss, where San Diego, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. The expected outcome in this match is a 1-1 draw there in Minnesota, and this is going to be a very close one. These percentages are very close. A 36% win probability in favor of Minnesota, and a 35% win probability in favor of San Diego. So one of the most even games this match day, and I think this is going to be one of the better games this weekend. In their last match, Minnesota did win on the road against Seattle Sounders 3-2. San Diego in their last one, they won there at home versus Austin 2-0. The last 5 home matches for Minnesota United, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. Where on the road, San Diego in their last 5 are not looking that great with 1 win and 4 losses. With that, though, I think San Diego are a good side. Minnesota, I do like what I'm seeing from Minnesota. Yes, they're kind of flying under the radar in my opinion, but I like what's going on there. Hopefully they continue. I also like what I see from San Diego. So I'm going to kind of go with the expected outcome, but I think that we see more goals than 1-1. I think this match ends in a 2-2 draw there in Minnesota. So we head down to Houston for Houston Dynamo versus CF Montreal. Currently the Dynamo 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Montreal 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. The expected outcome in this one is in favor of the home side at 2-1, which I could really see, and a 61% win probability in favor of the Dynamo, and a 24% chance of a draw in this one. Houston are coming off of a loss there at home, though 3-1 against Sporting Kansas City. CF Montreal did lose at home against the Revs 3-0 in their last match. Houston, very iffy there at home, but in their last 5, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. Where CF Montreal on the road in their last 5 matches as a win, a draw, and 3 losses. I think I'm going to go with the expected goals here, but not the same score line. I do think that Houston get the job done, even though they're 3 wins, a draw, and 5 losses. They're at home. I think they get the job done, but I think it's going to be a low score, and I think they win this match 1-0 over Montreal. Now, next up, we have Sporting Kansas City versus FC Dallas. Sporting Kansas City, 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. FC Dallas, 3 draws and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Both teams not in that great of form. The expected outcome in this one is a 2-1 victory for Sporting Kansas City with a 45% win probability in favor of Sporting. Sporting are coming off of a road loss to LAFC 3-1 in their last match. FC Dallas getting a draw there at home 0-0 with the Philadelphia Union. Dallas look better on the road than they do at home currently this season. 3 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses. Where Sporting Kansas City are 2 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses. They're at home this season. The last time that these two teams played there in Sporting, well, in Kansas City, not in Sporting, which was last year. Sporting Kansas City did win that match. They won 3-2 over FC Dallas. I don't think that's going to happen here. I think Dallas are a good side on the road, as we see from their record on the road. Both teams are giving up goals. Both teams are scoring goals, at home and away. So I think, though, we're going to see 4 goals in this one, and I think that it ends in a draw. I think it ends in a 2-2 draw there in Kansas. Now we head back down south to Texas for Austin FC versus the New York Red Bulls. Currently, Austin 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. The Red Bulls 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches, currently on a 3-match winning streak. The expected outcome in this one is a 1-1 draw there at Q2 Stadium, with a win probability, though, heavily pointing in favor of the Red Bulls in this one at 54%, with a 29% chance that it ends in a draw. Austin are coming off of a 2-0 victory on the road against Colorado Rapids. The Red Bulls are coming off of a 2-0 victory there at home against Atlanta United. Austin, though, in their last 5 matches at home, a win, a loss, and 3 draws. Currently, their last 3 matches at home they have drawn. Red Bulls not that great on the road in their last 5 with a win, a draw, and 3 losses, even though their last road match was a win against DC United 2-0 on the road. That was their first win of the season on the road. These two teams have only played in Austin 1 time before this match, and Austin lost that match 4-3 against the Red Bulls back in 2022. So you can't really put that into the equation in this one, in my opinion. I have to say it, though, I don't like what I'm seeing from Austin in this season. They're not looking great. They do only have 2 losses there at home, but they're getting a lot of draws. I think Red Bulls are playing fantastic right now in their last 5 form. Yes, they have only won 1 on the road and have drawn 2. But I'm going to say it here. I think they go on the road, get the 3 points there at Q2 Stadium, and they win this match 1-0 over Austin. Next up, we have Real Salt Lake versus DC United. Currently, RSL, 2 draws and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. DC United, a win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. The expected outcome in this one is a 1-1 draw there in Utah. A 45% win probability in favor of RSL in this one, but a 28% chance of a draw and 28% chance that DC United win this one. RSL are coming off of a loss on the road to LA Galaxy, giving Galaxy their first win of the season. And DC United, don't know what happened to you there at Audi Field in your last match, but they lost 7-1 against the Chicago Fire. All I got to say is Chicago Fire know how to score on the road. That's about it. RSL currently in their last 5 matches at home, a win, a draw, and 3 losses, where DC United on the road in their last 5 matches are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. Yes, RSL are coming off of a loss there at home in their last 5, which was against Vancouver. Vancouver's a strong side. DC on the road, their last match, they did beat FC Cincinnati the last time they were on the road. These two teams, the last time that they played in Salt Lake, They played back in 2022, and it ended in a 0-0 draw. So we're getting the same expected outcome of a draw in this one. And I think that we're going to get it. And I actually don't think we're going to get a 1-1 draw. I think that we're going to get a 0-0 draw. I don't usually predict a 0-0 draw. Yes, both teams are scoring, but just in their last 5 matches, for Real Salt Lake, they didn't score in 2 out of their last 3. Actually, 3 out of their last 5 matches they did not score. DC United, 3 out of their last 5 matches. My goodness, with the tongue tie there. But then also, if you look at DC United's last 5 away matches, they were shut out 3 out of the 5. And then RSL, in their last 5 home matches, 3 out of the 5, they did not score. So both teams, home and away, are averaging under a goal in their last 5 matches. So that is why I'm going with a 0-0 draw there at Salt Lake. Now, for our second to last match this match day, we have Chicago Fire versus Nashville SC. Currently, Chicago 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 matches. Nashville 2 wins and 3 draws in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 5-match unbeaten streak. Nashville are looking good. They really are. But the expected outcome in this one is a 2-2 draw there in Chicago and a 47 win probability pointing to the away side for Nashville to win this one. Both teams are definitely going to score in this one. Both teams are averaging over a goal and averaging allowing over a goal there, respectively, from away and a home. Chicago Fire are coming off of a 7-1 victory on the road against DC United. Nashville are coming off of a 2-2 draw at home versus NYCFC. Chicago, though, are not looking good at home, especially in their last 5. Yes, they are coming off of a victory at home, and that was their first one against Atlanta, and that was a 2-1 victory. But other than that, 3 draws and a loss in their last 5 matches at home. Nashville on the road, though, 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses, and their most current one, a draw there in Columbus, 2-2. They do have 2 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses so far on the road this season. And I don't know if I could go with the expected outcome on this one, 2-2. I could see that, though. I could see that, but I'm not going to agree with it because these 2 sides, out of the 3 times that they've played in Chicago, it has only ended in a draw 1 time, and then it has been split the other 2. So 1-1. And in the last one, Nashville won 3-0 last season. And I'm going to go with it again. I think Nashville win this match on the road. It's not going to be 3-0. But I think this match ends 3-2 in favor of Nashville there in Chicago. And for our final match of Match Day 19, we have Colorado Rapids versus Orlando City. The Rapids 2 wins and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Orlando City 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Both teams currently on a 2-match losing streak. But the expected outcome in this one is pointing to Orlando to win 2-1 over Colorado Rapids with a 57% win probability and a 23% draw probability. Colorado Rapids are coming off of a loss at home to Austin 2-0. Orlando are coming off of a loss at home also 3-1 to Chicago Fire in their last match day. This one, I don't know. This one, both teams to me are very inconsistent. Orlando City 2 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses on the road, where Colorado Rapids have won 4, drawn 2, and lost 3 at home. So to me, that is not very consistent by either side. The last time that these 2 teams played in Colorado, it was a 1-1 draw back in 2022. So with that being said, I will say Colorado not looking too well. And in their last 2 matches at home, they only beat St. Louis 1-0, and then they lost to Austin 2-0. Austin, they don't look that great. I think Orlando City are going to go on the road here and get the job done. They don't win it 2-1 like the expected outcome, but I think they win this match 1-0 over the Rapids. So that is it for Match Day 19. Tell me down below what your predictions are for this match day. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like the content. You want to get involved. make sure you scan the QR code there on the screen. The link is in the description. Get involved in the Nerdy Soccer Table. Climb the leaderboard. It is really fun. People are always talking about it there in the Discord, and we talk about it on the live streams because we show the live standings on there. So make sure you get involved, and we will see you for the watch along on Thursday.